$99, $1,500. In today's video, these two lights are battling it off. Let the fight begin.
Camera lovers around the world, it's time! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. This light weighs in at 370 grams with a color temperature of 5,600 K. Your new 564 Speedlight! This light weighs in at 3 kilograms with a color temperature of 5,600 K. Godox AD600 Pro.
Alright, let's get into it, guys. Please note that there is no right or wrong in any of these photos. Purely judgment based off my own opinion. Also guys, sorry, quickly, just another heads up that there is no critiquing on contrast, brightness, and color temperature. Why? Because these things can be added in post-production. So round one is texture, guys. Let's have a look at the first image being the Godox and the second being the Yongnuo. So if we zoom into the orange and now compare the two, I think it's a draw for this one. The texture in both oranges, in both photos, look really good. I think for this one, it's gonna have to go 1-1. Round two, let's look at the soft shadows. Let's see, image one shot with the Godox and image two shot with the Yongnuo. And now compare the two. Oh, it's a tricky one, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the Godox because of the soft light that just kind of spills a little bit more, whereas the Yongnuo is a bit more harsh, the shadow's a bit more contained. So for this one, I'm giving it to Godox. Round three, let's look at hard shadows. Let's see, image one shot with the Godox and image two shot with the Yongnuo. And now compare the two. I would eat both cupcakes, but if we had to pick a winner, the Yongnuo shadow is spot on. If you're going for hard shadow, make it hard. And that is bang on. I'm giving it to Yongnuo for this one. Yongnuo, you were on 2 points, my friend. Round four, specular highlight. Everyone loves a specular highlight, don't they? If you don't know what a specular highlight is, it's this thing on top of the jam donut. That's right, I said jam donut. Okay, let's see. Image one, shot with the Godox, and image two, shot with the Yongnuo. And now compare the two. Besides wanting to eat this jam donut, I'm gonna have to give it to Yongnuo for this one. So far, Godox 2, Yongnuo 3. Round 5, dark and moody. Which light creates a better dark and moody feel? Well, let's find out. Image 1, shot by Godox. And image 2, shot with the Yongnuo. Now compare the two. Why do I like the Yongnuo for this one? Yongnuo, you've done it again. Yongnuo on 4, Godox on 2. Smashing through this. Round 6, bottle shine. Which image produces a better bottle shine, the Yongnuo or the Godox? Let's find out. The first image shot with the Godox and the second shot with the Yongnuo. And now compare the two. The Godox has a nice consistent white line straight down the bottle, whereas the Yongnuo, it has a white kind of bright patch and then it starts to fade as it goes down. So for this one, we're giving it to Godox. Round 7, vinyl backdrop. Which light can make a vinyl backdrop look good? Let's find out. The first image shot with the Godox and the second shot with the Yongnuo. And now compare the two. Okay, so they both look good, but the Yongnuo just looks a little bit too flat, whereas the Godox appears to have a bit more depth and the texture of the background appears to look more realistic than the Yongnuo. And for that reason, this round goes to Godox. Okay, so for round 8, we're looking at stop motion. Which light can produce a better stop motion? Now let's state the obvious that the Godox, the more expensive light, is going to be able to capture more photos because it has a quicker recycle time, whereas the Yongnuo has a slower recycle time. as shown in the stats. So for that reason, let's look at the overall stop motion and compare the two. So let's look at the first one, being the Godox. Now overall, this looks good. The light looks consistent throughout, and I'm pretty happy with that. As you can see, it's captured many frames. Now the Young Neuro is not going to be as close to that, but let's see if the light consistency is the same. Yes, as you can see, the Young Neuro has less photos because the recycle time to keep capturing more photos to fire out another burst of flash couldn't keep up. So what I actually did was, instead of keeping my finger down on the trigger like I did with the Godox, I had to go click, 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 just to give it time to kind of recycle and regain energy to fire out another flash. So that was a little trick that I did there with the Young Neuro, and it's still, I mean, for a price comparison, it's still okay. It's not that bad. Besides the light consistency, you could probably go through each image and alter them to kind of make them link up and match, but yeah.
All three judges on the scorecards have it at a unanimous decision by winner, Godox AD600 Pro Strobe!
So for food and product photography, looking at the final results, the Godox being on 5 and the Young Neuro being on 4, honestly, the price difference, amazing. I mean, I love the Godox, but for a price comparison, guys, you don't need an expensive light to create good work. But for those who are thinking, I can't do any work until I get that light, well, I hope this video has shined some light on that theory that it's wrong. You can create good work, and I hope that you watching on the other side of this is encouraged and you pull out your $99 Speedlight and you take some awesome shots. Well, that is all from me today, guys. I hope I've inspired at least one person out there. Thank you so much for being a part of this battle off, this fight off. Until next time, my friends.